The Christmas walk of the royal family has always been a much anticipated event, often becoming the talk of the town. This year, however, the occasion sparked a storm of debate among royal watchers. The King and Queen were seen re-emerging from the church in Sandringham following the annual Christmas Day royal family service. Moments of rising tension between Queen Camilla and young Prince Louis became evident to the public. Prince Louis, the youngest child of Kate Middleton and Prince William, is known for stealing the show with his adorable gestures. However, this time, his actions caused quite a stir, with the hashtag #SavePrinceLouis trending on social media. During the Christmas walk to St. Mary Magdalene's Church, a bit of tension between Queen Camilla and the lively Prince Louis caught the attention of onlookers. The Queen, known for her calm and composed demeanor, appeared visibly frustrated with the energetic 5-year-old acting just as any young child might. Prince Louis was full of life, displaying boundless energy that seemed to conflict with the royal expectation of calm and decorum. His playful nature, while endearing to many, appeared to cause an uneasy moment with the Queen, sparking a visible clash. Prince Louis, with his lively spirit, reminded everyone of what it means to be a child, full of wonder and enthusiasm. However, his exuberance seemed to jar against the more composed atmosphere of the royal event. Many who witnessed the scene noted that he was simply being a typical 5-year-old, showing his natural energy and fun-loving character. A supporter at Sandringham voiced their perspective, stating, "He is just being a child, with all the playfulness and naughtiness that come with being 5. The incident quickly ignited online discussions, with many royal fans rallying to defend Prince Louis. Social media was flooded with comments supporting the young prince and criticizing Queen Camilla's apparent frustration. Fans argued that he should be allowed to enjoy his childhood moments, with one follower commenting, "He's a child, let him have his fun. We need to give him the space to be a kid." Others echoed this sentiment, suggesting that it is unfair to expect children to strictly adhere to royal protocol all the time. The moment also raised deeper questions about the expectations placed on royal children. Many began discussing how young royals are expected to learn and embody the royal ways as they grow, given that every action they take is closely watched by the public and media. The royal family is no stranger to intense scrutiny, where even small moments can create significant controversies. In Prince Louis's case, some argued that it might be time for him to start learning to tone down his exuberance, as the eyes of the world are always on him. Despite this, Prince Louis's vision has emerged of him absolutely beaming, making it clear that he has stolen the spotlight many times before. Even before King Charles's coronation, the young prince had his share of adorable moments that had royal watchers smiling. One moment that stood out was when he couldn't help but wave enthusiastically to the crowd at the coronation. Princess Charlotte and Prince Louis were all smiles as they adorably waved to the masses from the balcony of Buckingham Palace, completely stealing the attention from the formal ceremony. His spontaneous smile and cheerful energy were a breath of fresh air in the otherwise serious atmosphere. Another time, he was seen playfully poking his sister, Princess Charlotte, during a royal outing, showing just how much fun he has with his family. His lively behavior has become something royal fans look forward to, always eager to see what the young prince will do next. Prince Louis's personality is one of joy and lightness, which is quite charming to see, especially in such a formal family. His playful nature shines in the way he interacts with his family members. Whether it's tugging at his mother, the Princess of Wales, or teasing his older siblings, he has a way of bringing a playful atmosphere wherever he goes. He's a little ray of sunshine in the royal family, always making people smile with his cheeky gestures and big, bright eyes. Prince Louis's parents, Prince William and Kate Middleton, have raised their children with a sense of freedom. The couple believes in allowing their kids to express themselves, making sure they feel comfortable and happy. Both parents decided to follow a parenting style called gentle parenting, which has become more popular on social media. Gentle parenting is all about understanding the child's needs, emotions, and boundaries. They emphasize open communication and aim to guide their children with kindness rather than strict discipline. This approach allows their kids to explore the world with a sense of curiosity, and without fear of being too proper all the time. Catherine and William have always been very hands-on in their parenting. They make sure to spend quality time with their children. Children, whether it's taking them to a soccer match or simply playing games at home, are encouraged by their parents to be themselves. They know this will help them grow into confident individuals. With Prince Louis's spirited personality, it's clear that his parents support him in being his true self. They don't try to stifle his energy but instead guide him with patience, understanding, and love. The couple also focuses on the mental health and emotional well-being of their children. They ensure their children feel comfortable expressing how they feel, knowing that children, especially in the royal family, can sometimes feel pressure from the outside world. With their gentle approach, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge tried to shield their children from harsh media attention. The Prince and Princess of Wales, along with their 3 children, took part in an activity at a scout center, marking Prince Louis's first official engagement. Despite the royal duties that come with responsibility, the couple has made it clear that their children's happiness and emotional well-being take precedence. They are committed to protecting their children's right to a normal childhood, ensuring that they are supported and loved. This was evident in the way Prince Louis interacts with his family. For instance, he often shows affection for his mother, Prince William, and his older siblings. While his cheeky behavior might sometimes be a bit much for formal events, it's clear that he is well loved and supported by his family. Whether sharing a giggle with his father or expressing excitement when his siblings achieve something, his playful spirit plays a vital role in the family's dynamics. As Prince Louis grows older, some may argue that he will need to adapt to the royal expectations placed upon him. However, it is important to remember that being a child is about having fun, making mistakes, and learning along the way. It is likely that the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge will continue to allow him to express his lively personality, while also guiding him through the challenges that come with growing up in the spotlight. Their approach to parenting prioritizes creating a safe, loving environment for their children, enabling them to develop into their roles at their own pace. This is a stark contrast to the past when the royal family was known for its strict parenting style. Children were expected to behave with discipline, always adhering to tradition, and boys, in particular, were taught not to express themselves freely. However, times have changed, and modern parenting now encourages children to have the freedom to express their emotions and personalities. This shift was made evident during the Christmas walk when a noticeable interaction took place between Queen Camilla and young Prince Louis. Public events involving young children can be quite challenging. As Dr. Helena Morrison, a royal historian, explained, the tension seen between Queen Camilla and Prince Louis is actually a natural part of balancing royal traditions with the natural behavior of children. Kids, especially young ones like Prince Louis, are full of energy and joy. However, royal family traditions expect a certain level of decorum, which can sometimes lead to tension or misunderstanding. Prince William and Catherine's parenting style is a perfect example of modern approaches to raising children. They have chosen to follow gentle parenting, which emphasizes understanding their children's feelings and allowing them to express themselves openly. Their children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, attend regular schools like most children. Prince George attends Thomas's Battersea in London, while Princess Charlotte follows him, starting at the same school just a week after George. There has been a security alert, but despite being very young, Prince Louis will likely join them when he is old enough. The activities of the children reflect the family's values. Prince George has a strong passion for sports, especially football, while Princess Charlotte enjoys dance and sports like tennis. Prince Louis, at just 5 years old, is still discovering his own interests, though he has been seen enjoying playful moments with his siblings. The royal couple encourages their children to explore various activities freely, emphasizing that their upbringing is not just about royal duties but also rooted in everyday experiences. Catherine and William's gentle parenting style involves spending a significant amount of time with their children, helping them develop both emotionally and socially. They actively encourage their kids to speak up and be themselves, setting them apart from previous generations of royals. Unlike their predecessors, they aim to ensure their children do not feel overwhelmed by the media or public attention. While they acknowledge the significance of royal duties, they are committed to allowing their children to experience a normal, happy childhood. The family also teaches them about their royal responsibilities in a way that feels natural. They explain the importance of tradition and the duties that come with being part of the royal family, but without overshadowing their childhood. It's about maintaining a balance. Catherine and William are mindful not to burden their children with excessive expectations, instead encouraging them to embrace their roles when the time is right. However, the Christmas walk incident involving Prince Louis highlighted a broader shift in how the royal family's rules and expectations are evolving. Royal protocol has always been strict, but as times change, there are signs that some of these traditions are being adjusted. The incident raised important questions about the pressures royal children face and how the rules might need to be adapted to meet modern times. Many people have praised Catherine and William for their parenting approach, recognizing that they are doing something admirable by providing their children with the opportunity to grow up in a more relaxed environment. Despite the intense scrutiny that comes with being in the royal spotlight, their supporters argue that children need the freedom to express themselves, particularly in such extraordinary circumstances. Yet, not everyone was pleased with how the situation unfolded between Queen Camilla and Prince Louis. Many royal fans were quick to point out that the young prince's behavior was entirely typical for a child his age. His playful and joyful demeanor added an element of fun to what could have been a very stiff and formal event. However, some individuals felt that Queen Camilla's reaction was disproportionate, sparking a heated online debate. The incident even led to the hashtag #SavePrinceLou trending on social media. Many supporters of the young prince saw the clash as a misunderstanding, asserting that his behavior was simply that of a lively, curious 5-year-old full of energy and enthusiasm. They believed there was no reason to suppress his joyful nature simply to adhere to royal expectations. For some, the incident raised concerns about Queen Camilla's understanding of a young child's needs, particularly in such a formal and structured setting. The debate on social media grew, with some questioning whether Queen Camilla was truly fit for her role. Some royal watchers argued that Prince Louis's free-spirited actions were what made events like the Christmas walk special. His joyfulness brought a sense of warmth to the event, which some felt was missing in other parts of royal life. They believed that, at his age, there was no need to force him to move or behave in a way that didn't match his natural personality. As tensions rose over the incident, it became clear that there is a shift in how people see the role of children in the royal family. The younger generation, like Prince Louis, is being raised with a more relaxed and free approach, in contrast to the strict, old-fashioned ways that were once the norm. Many believe this change is for the better, allowing the royal children to grow up with the freedom to express themselves without the weight of traditional rules constantly hanging over them. While some argue that the clash between Queen Camilla and Prince Louis was simply a small misunderstanding, others see it as a sign of something bigger, an ongoing change in the royal family. People are starting to question the way things have always been done and are wondering whether it's time for the royal family to embrace more modern ideas, especially when it comes to how children are raised within the family. The incident has sparked a larger conversation about how royal children are expected to behave and how their upbringing needs to evolve with the times. Many people are standing up for Prince Louis, calling for more understanding and less pressure to conform to strict royal protocols. His joyful nature, they say, brings a unique charm to the royal family, and there's no reason to suppress it. The clash between Queen Camilla and Prince Louis, though small in the grand scheme of things, has opened up an important conversation. As the royal family moves forward into a new generation, it's clear that the way royal children are raised and expected to behave will continue to change. For now, many are hoping that the joy and innocence of youth, like Prince Louis's, will be allowed to shine through, no matter the royal protocol. Queen Camilla's relationship with her grandchildren is something the public always keeps an eye on. People are curious about how she interacts with them, especially considering her complicated history with the royal family. Before Camilla married King Charles, he was married to Princess Diana, and their love story was widely known. The affair between Charles and Camilla during Charles and Diana's marriage sparked controversy and was a topic of constant media attention. The tragic death of Diana, which remains surrounded by mystery and speculation, still lingers in the public's mind. Recently, Queen Camilla's behavior during the Christmas walk with Prince Louis caught attention, and many people began to question how she was interacting with him. James Hamilton, a royal expert, reminded everyone that what we see in the media is only a small snapshot of what happens behind closed doors. He urged the public not to judge royal family members based on just one moment. The royal family, with all its complexities and different personalities, can be difficult to understand from the outside, and judging them on one action doesn't give a complete picture. The Christmas walk incident sparked comparisons with past royal events, especially with the behavior of Prince William and Prince Harry when they were young. Back then, the brothers were often seen behaving in a similar energetic and playful way at public events. Many royal watchers shared old photos of Queen Elizabeth II managing her grandsons with remarkable patience, something she was well known for. Her calm demeanor around the young royals, especially during public outings, stood out as an example of how to manage young children in the royal spotlight. People also pointed out Queen Elizabeth's interactions with Prince Louis during the Platinum Jubilee celebrations. In these photos, she is seen sharing warm moments with the young prince, which many interpreted as a sign of her tolerance and understanding toward the energetic behavior of her great-grandchildren. These images serve as a contrast to the Christmas walk incident, showing how different generations of royals have approached handling young children in the public eye. As for the Christmas walk, many people began to praise Catherine and William for their parenting choices. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge have allowed their children to grow up with more freedom, in contrast to the strict and often controlled environment that older generations of royals experienced. Their decision to let their children live a relatively normal life despite their royal status has earned them respect from many people. This approach contrasts sharply with older royal traditions, where the expectations placed on children were often stricter and more formal. Dr. Sarah Thompson, a child psychologist, weighed in on the topic, saying that restricting children from expressing themselves can be harmful to their development. According to Dr. Thompson, when children are not allowed to show their emotions or energy in a healthy way, it can stifle their creativity and productivity. She emphasized the importance of letting children be themselves, as this helps them grow into confident and emotionally well-adjusted individuals. People also pointed out that Prince Louis, like his older siblings, is simply a child full of energy and curiosity. Many compared his playful behavior during the Christmas walk to similar moments in the past when his father, Prince William, and uncle, Prince Harry, acted the same way at public events when they were young. These moments were often met with smiles and patience from Queen Elizabeth, who was known for her calm and patient nature around children. In fact, it was this patience that became one of Queen Elizabeth's trademarks. She was often seen managing her great-grandchildren with a serene smile, demonstrating the kind of calm that many people believe is needed in the royal family when it comes to handling children in the spotlight. Her behavior was a sharp contrast to the growing media attention surrounding the younger royals, showing that each generation handles the challenges of royal life in their own way. Many royal watchers were quick to remind people that Prince Louis's behavior wasn't anything out of the ordinary for a 5-year-old. Children are naturally energetic, and it's important to remember that they need to express themselves, especially when they are so young. The incident during the Christmas walk seemed like a simple misunderstanding to many people. They suggested that Prince Louis's lively nature should not be judged harshly and that, in fact, it was a reminder of the joy that children can bring to public events. Many royal supporters also pointed out that the way Catherine and William are raising their children reflects a modern approach to parenting. They are doing their best to shield their children from the pressures of royal life, allowing them to experience a more normal childhood. This approach, which is more relaxed than the strict upbringing of past generations, is something that many people support. It is believed that by allowing their children to express themselves freely, Catherine and William are raising their children to be well-rounded and happy. While there was much debate about the Christmas walk incident, one thing became clear. The clash between Queen Camilla and Prince Louis was not just about one moment, but rather part of a bigger conversation about how royal families should handle. The strict royal protocols that have governed the behavior of royals in the past are being challenged by more modern, child-focused approaches. This is especially true in the case of Catherine and William's children, who have been given the space to grow up in an environment that values their happiness and emotional well-being over strict formality. Some royal fans also took to social media to share their thoughts, praising Catherine and William for their decision to allow their children to live more freely. Many agreed that the strict, old-fashioned expectations of royal life are no longer suitable for the modern world. Instead, they argued, the royal family should embrace a more compassionate and understanding approach to raising children. This, they believe, will allow future generations of royals to grow up as happy, well-adjusted individuals without being stifled by rigid protocols. In the end, the Christmas walk incident served as a reminder that royal children, like all children, should be allowed to express themselves. The public's reaction showed how the expectations of royal families are shifting and how the younger generation, like Prince Louis, is shaping the future of the monarchy. People are looking to Catherine and William as examples of how to balance royal duty with the freedom to grow up as happy and energetic children. When the recent incident between Queen Camilla and Prince Louis gained attention, many people shared their thoughts on how Prince Louis's playful and childlike behavior, which some initially thought was disruptive, actually added warmth and charm to royal events. His lively, joyful nature has been appreciated by many, as it brings a refreshing burst of energy to what can sometimes feel like stiff, formal occasions. Instead of sticking to royal protocols, Prince Louis simply acts like a happy child, making royal events feel more relatable and full of life. One of the most memorable moments of Prince Louis's joyful personality was during Queen Elizabeth's Platinum Jubilee. At that special event, Prince Louis stole the show with his adorable actions. He was seen covering his ears during the national anthem, and his antics on the balcony at Buckingham Palace had everyone talking. The Queen's mischievous great-grandson was squirming, screaming, and making all sorts of funny faces, a gesture that many people found amusing and endearing. His playful expressions, from giggling to waving excitedly at the crowd, made the event feel lighter and more lively. While royal events are often seen as stiff and serious, Prince Louis's cheerful energy added a touch of fun, bringing color to what could have been an otherwise dull moment. Instead of following strict royal traditions, he simply brought his youthful spirit, making the occasion feel more joyous and human. He simply expressed himself as a young child, and this brought smiles to the faces of everyone watching. Many royal fans shared their support for Prince Louis on social media, expressing how much they appreciated his natural and spontaneous behavior. For many people, his actions brought a sense of warmth and authenticity to the event, making it feel more genuine in a setting that is often formal and rehearsed. Prince Louis's lively nature helped to remind the public that royals are human too. His ability to be himself without worrying about always adhering to royal rules is something that many people admire. This incident also sparked a conversation about the way royal children are expected to behave. Supporters of Prince Louis argued that children, especially those in the royal family, should be allowed to live their childhoods freely and naturally instead of being forced into strict royal protocols from an early age. They believe that royal children should be given the freedom to grow into their roles gradually without losing their youthful energy and personality. The pressure for royal children to conform to such high expectations can be overwhelming, and many people feel that this should change in the modern era. Prince Louis's joyful behavior, especially during events like the Platinum Jubilee, became a symbol of the changing expectations surrounding royal children. People began to call for the monarchy's rules to evolve so that young royals can experience childhood just like any other child. They pointed out that allowing children to express themselves and enjoy their early years without being stifled by royal duties is important for their development. Prince Louis, with his natural playfulness, showed the world that children don't have to be serious and composed all the time. In fact, his behavior made the event feel more vibrant and joyful, proving that sometimes a little spontaneity can be a welcome change. While holding on to its centuries-old traditions, the dynamics between the royal family members will continue to evolve. Camilla's role in that evolution, whether fully embraced or met with resistance, remains to be seen. Recent reports suggest that a major royal announcement may have felt like The recent announcement reportedly felt like a personal setback for Queen Camilla. Allegedly, The announcement hinted at a distribution of responsibilities favoring younger royals like Prince William and Princess Catherine. For Camilla, who has spent years establishing her role and public image, this shift may have seemed like a step backward, perhaps even a reminder of the challenges she faced in solidifying her legacy. The possibility of younger royals stepping into more prominent roles could overshadow Camilla's contributions. Despite her title as Queen Consort, this new focus on the next generation might feel like a reduction in her influence. As someone who has worked tirelessly to earn public respect, such a move could seem like a dismissal of her efforts, leaving her questioning her place in the royal hierarchy. Camilla has always been acutely aware of the fragile nature of her public image. After years of rebuilding her reputation, this announcement might signal a shift that diminishes her role while reigniting old family tensions. Such changes could also hint at a broader modernization of the monarchy, a process that King Charles III has supported for years. For Camilla, this direction could feel at odds with her more traditional values and her belief in the stability offered by long-standing royal customs. This announcement seems to align with Charles's vision of a slimmed-down monarchy. King Charles has had a lifetime to prepare for the throne and, in the past, has talked about his preference for a streamlined version of the monarchy. He has long advocated for streamlining royal duties, reducing the number of working royals, and focusing on issues that resonate with modern society, such as climate change, mental health, and social equality. His efforts aim to make the monarchy more relatable, cost-effective, and relevant to the British public, particularly younger generations. While King Charles embraces change, Camilla reportedly found these shifts challenging. Known for her steady presence and commitment to tradition, she has at times struggled to align with the more modern approach. Reports of her alleged meltdown suggest a moment of frustration and emotional overwhelm, a response not uncommon for someone who has fought so hard to establish her role within a centuries-old institution. Yet, Charles's reaction to Camilla's struggles shows his compassion. Privately, he is said to have listened to her concerns, reassured her of her importance, and provided emotional support. While he remains firm in his belief that modernization is necessary, he has also demonstrated respect for his wife's emotions and the pressures she faces. As news of Camilla's reaction spread, it quickly ignited a media frenzy. Tabloids speculated endlessly about what the announcement could mean for her role, while social media became a battleground of divided opinions. Some sympathized with Camilla, understanding the emotional weight of her position. Others criticized her reaction, viewing it as resistance to the necessary progress within the monarchy. For the public, the situation sheds light on the complexities and power dynamics within the royal family. Many believe this episode confirms long-held suspicions about internal rivalries and shifting allegiances. While some have called for greater modernization, others have questioned the monarchy's relevance in today's world. One pressing question remains: what does this mean for Queen Camilla's future? If younger royals like William and Catherine take on more prominent roles, Camilla might find herself with fewer public duties or a more ceremonial presence. Queen Camilla has made time to sit down with an Australian charity. There is a lovely story with its founder, Juliet R. While this could allow her to step back from the limelight, it may also feel like a loss of authority and purpose. On the other hand, Camilla has an opportunity to embrace this shift gracefully. By supporting the younger generation and accepting a more understated role, she could position herself as a devoted steward of the monarchy's future. Such a move might earn her public sympathy and further solidify her legacy as a figure of resilience and adaptability. However, if she resists these changes,